Hi, my name is Umair Mehboob and welcome to my show. We all know that the human potential is nearly limitless, but what do we do with this potential is the real question. Our goal with this show is to connect you to people and ideas so that you can better execute those dreams. Today we have with us someone who's so mind-bogglingly spectacular that it's very hard to comprehend and put into words. When I was 12 years old, I had no friends. I just wanted to fit in. And I didn't know if I wanted to be a doctor or engineer like the rest of my peers. But who we have here with us is not only 12 years old, he's a motivational speaker. He teaches kids in university. He's given seminars in more than 100 universities in Pakistan, and he takes care of more than 1,500 orphans. Please welcome Mr. Hammad Safi.
Oh, thank you.
Please just go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Hammad Safi and I'm 12. And I was 8 years old when I took initiative of my journey. And it has been 4 years that I am continuously delivering lectures all around Pakistan. And I am inspiring the youth of Pakistan and the kids all around Pakistan that if a 12 years old kid can do, why not you? So that's why they call me Little Professor by their love and affection.
Little Professor. Now you started this at the age of 8. I mean, that's unbelievable as it is. So I've actually been mentored by Dr. Moiz Hussain of the Institute of Mind Sciences in Pakistan, and he taught me in one of his classes that a person's first 7 years is who he truly is. You know, that's where his nurture, that's where his core personality is groomed. So what were your early years like?
I was an ordinary kid, and I used to play in streets. I used to play with my Xbox and PlayStation and all these things. And my father really wanted me to learn English language and to learn the basics of computer. So I went to University of Spoken English. It's an institute in Peshawar, where I wanted to learn English language and the basics of computer. So there is a department by the name of Super Kid program.
Okay.
I took a part in that program, and that program is basically about teaching ethics and morals to the kids and teaching them public speaking skills or delivering lectures and removing their fear and all those things. So I took a part in that program, and I have more than 12 teachers.
12
and
teachers,
I am
okay.
now head of that program because I am the most senior student in that program.
Acha,
Exactly.
So how many students are with you in this program?
Now it has two branches. It's in Peshawar and at Islamabad.
Okay.
So at Islamabad I have 20 kids, and at Peshawar we also have 20 kids. So it's 40 kids in total.
40 kids, and they all speak like you? They're all as groomed?
Yes, they all. But there are, there are a lot of lectures, and they are now learning. They are at the stage of learning now. They are at the first grade, and I am at the third grade.
Wow, that's just amazing. Honestly, if I was at your age, I wish I had a Super Kids program for myself. Because Hamad, at 12, I can't imagine going up on stage. I mean, I never knew I could sit in front of a camera and even talk. And now, I mean, this is something I discovered very recently. So you at the tender age of 12, don't you get nerves? Don't you feel scared on stage?
No, when I started my journey, so at the starting, I was nervous a little bit if I went on the stage. So, but people were thinking, like the audience in front of me, some of them were like this, they were thinking that it's an 8 years old kid, we should teach him and we should remove his fear, how he will teach us. So it was a little bit nervous and an awkward moment for me at that time, but I've practiced a lot and I've went to an iron and blood in the last 4 years. And now I am what you can see.
No, so did you feel like people were judging you, laughing at you at first, didn't take you seriously?
It happened first, but now it happened first. People used to laugh on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I deliver lectures, alhamdulillah, on their success and on the problems they have in their life, and after all those things in my lecture, which they didn't thought in their life, right? So, but they were really inspired then after that program, and I moved on, and things happened like that.
Very nice. So then you never find these days where you're feeling amiss, where you feel like you don't have enough motivation for yourself? Because I personally, I did not feel authentic in myself. When I started giving a little bit of motivational speeches and stuff, inside I felt I was sad, I was upset. I didn't feel like I felt like a fraud. So don't you go through something like this ever?
I have, as I told you, I have 12 teachers and they always motivate me and inspires me. When I took initiative of my journey, so one of my teachers gave me a book, which name was Iqbal the Mysterious. I studied that book, and that book was all about Iqbal and Pakistan and the Miracle of 21st Century. I was really inspired from that book, and from that day I started delivering lectures all around Pakistan because I wanted the youth of Pakistan to study about Allama Muhammad Iqbal. Because if I want, or if we want to make Pakistan at the level we want to make, so we have to study Allama Muhammad Iqbal because he is spiritual roots of Pakistan, as I can say. So I studied that book. I was really inspired, and things happened on like that. But I delivered a lot of lectures in different Pakistan, in a lot of news channels. I gave interview just to motivate kids, and even I taught new professions in my society, because if you see in our society, children wants to become a doctor and engineer. It's like a trend now, but nowadays they want to become a professor, and my vision is to become a leader. And so that's why they are also coming and becoming a leader.
So you're a visionary leader. These goals that you have set for yourself, these come from Muhammad Iqbal.
Exactly, and my teachers.
So for the viewers who are in Pakistan, they all definitely know who Allama Iqbal is. But for the rest of the world, where I'm sure this video would be seen, who is Allama Iqbal to you?
Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, he was born in Sialkot and subcontinent. And if you can see, all the Muslim world was going down, was falling. And if you see the Khilafat-e Usmaniya and the empire of Mughals and all was falling, right? But in that, Allama Muhammad Iqbal taught the people of subcontinent, the Muslims of subcontinent, by his philosophy and by his poetry, and the people, and they get inspired, and he saw a dream about Pakistan, about another country for the Muslims where we will only surrender to Allah, right? Pakistan was made by the vision of La ilaha illallah, which means that it will be only the state where we only will surrender to Almighty Allah. Okay. So Allama Iqbal gave this vision to the people of subcontinent and selected and prepared a leader for them, which was Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Because he selected Quaid-e-Azam because he was uncorruptible and unpurchasable.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I'm at a loss of words, honestly, by the fluency with which you speak. I wish Pakistan has more schools like this in which you're a part of, and perhaps I should come to you and take a few lessons.
Inshallah, we are planning. Like as you also mentioned, I am taking care of more than 1,500 orphans, and I am working on them, and I am teaching them the philosophy and the ideology of Allama Muhammad Iqbal, and I am preparing them because there are more than 40 lakh people, 4 million people who are orphan and who are poor all around Pakistan, kids. And I also want to reach them, and I also want to help them to study Allama Muhammad Iqbal, and to make them the falcons of Allama Muhammad Iqbal, the Shaheen of Allama Muhammad Iqbal.
MashaAllah, you have such amazing goals. Honestly, at our age even, we mostly think about ourselves.
Yeah.
And you are going out of yourself, and you actually genuinely want to help the nation, which is why I perceive that you want to be a global leader.
Yes, I want to be a global leader, and I want to be the leader from which people gets inspired, right? Like he started his journey at the age of 8 years old, and he has gone through this iron and blood, and he has did a lot of things and achieved lots of things in his life. So I want to be a leader from who people gets inspired.
That's very good. But Hammad, not everyone can have access to 12 amazing teachers like you. So how do we motivate ourselves? How do we nurture ourselves to the abilities that you have at such an early age?
With a kid, see, there are lots of supports with a kid. Their family and his schools, teachers at his school where they teach him. So I think parents should support his kid, because if parents do not support their children, so he cannot become whatever he wants to be in his life. Like personally, I give you my example. My parent supports me, right, and they trust on me. So a parent, mother, father, he should teach his children, and he should look for his interest, that what he wants to become in his life. He should go for his interest, and a kid should work on his personal capacities, cognitive abilities, his inner capabilities, and should work on them. And he should learn, and he should activate his observatory skills. Like if you activate your observatory skills, so everything which is surrounded by you, it start teaching you, right? I gave my lecture in Paid Pakistan Association, Dubai. So I said there that there is a moment in our life that we deactivate our observatory skill, but when you keep activate your observatory skill, everything which is surrounded by you starts teaching you. If it is the nature, if it is the plant, if it is the river, if it is your parents, your environment, everything starts teaching you. So you should activate your observatory skill. You should work on your weaknesses. You should notify all your weaknesses and you should work on them and convert those weaknesses into your strength. It will become your skills and you'll have lots of time to work on yourself and to go for learning, go for new avenues, and go for new dimensions and learn in the field in which you want to work and in which you want to grow and be a leader or whatever you want to be. So I think parents should support their children and they should always teach their children and they should give him a positive environment, because if you see khayal, yeah, dream.
A thought,
So if you want to make a thought, you have to make your character. And if you want to make your character is made by your environment. So if your environment is positive, which Iqbal says, Sukhand dil nawaz. So if your Sukhand is dil nawaz, if your environment is positive, so your I can say that your character will be made positive, right? Once your character is positive, then your thought will definitely be positive.
Viewers, I had so many questions in mind, but listening to him, I can't help but have a smile on my face, and I'm just completely lost. I again remind you, he's 12 years old. Please go on, please go on. I'm a loss of words right now because I don't know I'm going with this. But I'll go back to one thing that you said about confidence and about how parents should be supporting. I found, especially in Pakistan, I lived in Pakistan for the last 7-8 months. I found there that whenever a child is doing something right, the parents don't appreciate it. The parents just take it for granted. But when a child does something wrong, usko marte bhi hain, they hit him up, they beat him up, they do whatever. So I always find that socially conditioning a child not to have confidence. And this is something I found lacking very much in Pakistan. So I would love for your initiative like Super Kids to be taken all over Pakistan because it's desperately needed in our times. Pakistan has so much potential, but confidence is truly lacking. So what do you think about the education system in Pakistan?
If you look at our education system, as I told you before, that there is one-way traffic system. When I was ordinary kid, I told you my story, so I was also not interested in my schooling. As you look at to the education system in Pakistan, there are a lot of things lacking in our education system and a lot of problems. The first one is one-way traffic system. A teacher comes and he note down things on the whiteboard and he just asks the kid to copy those things in their copies, right? So from there, our children learns doing copy, right? And we go for cheating because he does not understand the concept what my teacher is teaching me basically. So I think this system should be changed, and as you can see, there are 3 types of education system in Pakistan. It's separate for the poor people, separate for middle class, and separate for the elite class. And I think I think there should be one type of mindset all over Pakistan, but there are 3 types of mindsets definitely, and they are not that much intellectual. They do not have that much creativity, and they do not know that much that they should spread creativity all over Pakistan. So there should be technical education also. There are computer labs in our school, but they do not teach the students that what is the real meaning of computer lab and why we should go for technology and how to use computer. So a kid has a tablet, he has a computer, he has a laptop, but he does not know that how to use it. So that's why he goes for cheating. He goes for watching dramas and movies and cartoons.
Sorry to interrupt you, Hammad. Speaking of tablets, kids having tablets and phones and they know how to use it. A fellow YouTuber, Junaid Akram, I give credits where it's due. He actually highlighted in his video that in Sindh, in I think Thando Thoro or most of Sindh or even in the rest of Pakistan, I'm not sure right now. In grade 8, the computer science books are still teaching about floppy disks, on how to use a floppy disk, the capacity of a floppy disk.
Exactly.
Matlab, this is something that's so hard for me to understand that in a nation, I mean, look at the subcontinent. Look at how India has achieved so many CEOs, the CEO of Google, the CEO of Microsoft, the CEO of SanDisk. At this rate, where will we go? Because there's no CEO in technology world that I know of.
The biggest problem, in our education system is, in Pakistan, everything is updated, right? Mobile has updated. Look at the iOS of 2009 and look at the iOS of 2019. The models of the car are changed, houses are changed, mindsets are changed. But one thing which is still not changed is our education system. It's our school. It was what it is in 1990s or past timing, and it's at the same position right now. So we should change our education system, and the biggest thing which is lacking is creativity. If we bring creativity in our education system, I think students will start getting interested, because if you look at the primary level of the school, there are thousands of children, and if you go for the higher education, so they are less, right? There are lots of dropouts in our schools, in our education system. So if we bring creativity, and if we teach them the positive use of technology, so I think students would get motivated and inspired automatically from the videos which they listen on YouTube, and from the articles which they read on Google or wherever on social media. So I think they should teach these things in our school, and Allama Iqbal rahmatullah alayhi, he should be quoted in our education system, because we have limited him on the walls, right? His poetries and his philosophy is just written on the wall. Student does not get him seriously, and
Very
what his
true.
message was for the youth of Pakistan. So I think we should also bring this change in our education system. And if once the youth of Pakistan and the kids of Pakistan starting studying Iqbal, they do not need anything in their life, because he teaches. Allama Iqbal says in his poetry that मेरा तरीका मेरी नई फकीरी है खुदी ना पेज गरीबी में नाम पैदा कर. If you do not have resources, don't believe on resources in your life. If you have one pencil, one book, start writing and start teaching people from that one pen and from that one book. Allah Almighty will bless you with the more facilities in your
Yeah,
life.
Ahmad, you're so right, Especially, I mean, even in some of the education systems here, especially if they're from Pakistan, theory, theory, theory. Everything's about theory. It's so apparent that the education system wants to make good workers. They don't want you to be free thinkers.
Exactly.
So perhaps it's time that, such free thinkers
Our
like
education
yourself.
system is making only the machines of making money. Everyone
Definitely.
who gave exams of PhD, and he's at PhD level or master level, or if you look at the kids, if you ask them, kids of nursery or the student of prep class, if you ask them what do you want to become, he say, I want to become a doctor. Why do you want to become a doctor? I want to earn money. And even if you ask this question from the PhD level person, from the PhD level student, he'll also say, I want to become an engineer and I want to earn money. So our education system is only making the machines which earn money, not making the big brains, and not making the people who create ideas and who do something bigger in his society and something creative and I think unchangeable thing in our society. So
No, you're right. See, like the youth of today, I imagine those are the ones that need to be worked on, because after a certain age, you are what it is. I cannot be creative if I didn't try to be creative when I was younger.
exactly.
So, what do you think? What is your goal in the next 5 years to 10 years on how you're going to better change this environment in Pakistan?
See, the first thing is you have to change yourself, because when you change yourself, people look at you and they get inspired, right? If you start changing others and don't, if you do not work on your personality, that what are my behaviors and what are my ethics and morals, and the thing which I am teaching the society, do I have that qualities in myself? First, you have to change yourself. When you change yourself, your family changes automatically, because they get inspired from you, and they start they make you a role model for themselves, and then it goes, and society gets changed, then a city gets changed, and from that the whole nation can be changed. So I think first you should work on yourself, and then you should start teaching others, because from a motivational speaker, the basic thing is that he should the things which he is speaking, so he should work on himself also. He should do make these changes in his life, in his personality also, and he should remove his weaknesses also. Then people will get inspired automatically. So I am planning to work on the orphans, as I told you before. I'm working on those orphans, that they should reach to at this level, that they start working for the other orphans and poor people all around Pakistan.
Very nice.
Now I have inspired them at that level, that they personally say, I want to become a doctor, and I want to support the other orphans and the poor people, not only around Pakistan, all around the world. Yes.
No, see, that's very amazing. But then I also think your ideas, they're so concrete, they're so tangible. How do you put them in a child's mind? How do you cater to kids? How do you teach them then?
See, a kid needs creativity and he needs fun. while studying. Even
Very
if you
good
see,
point.
I learn while playing.
Okay.
I'm walking with my teacher, and my teacher teaches me. I'm jogging, and we are climbing the mountain. We are hiking, and he teaches me. I'm cooking the food, and I'm doing something. He teaches me. I learn from the Google. I go for YouTube. I search them. I watch vlogs, and I study blogs. So it helps me, to be a kid also, and to be an environment with a kid needs, and to learn also. So kid always needs creativity, and he always needs fun while studying. So I go for making them laugh, and telling them the stories of Harry Potter. Once I was in a school, KG and prep students were there in front of me, so they all know about Harry Potter,
Of course.
and they've watched the whole series of Harry Potter. So I was there to give them an example that you should not give up. So I gave them a story and to search about the Harry Potter, and I gave them example of Harry Potter, that the Harry Potter series was rejected 14 times, but still the writer of Harry Potter, he started making changes, and he started making new ideas and creating his content and creating his series more creative and more fun. And so that's why when he published it at the 15th, so it was not rejected all around the world, and it became the most sold book all around the world, and the best series for the kids, and for overaged also, right? For elders, for the teenagers, and for the adults also. So I gave them examples like this, so they get inspired. They laugh, and they started getting. Even they look at me. They do not go for my words. Whenever I am speaking, they look at me. They look at my gestures and postures.
Your body language.
Yes, my
It's
body
very positive.
language, and my natural body language, and they see my confidence, my boldness level, and I do not have fear. So it's also an inspiration for them.
And like you said, children learn by observation.
Yes.
So just by perhaps being in a company, they might actually become more confident
Exactly.
people as well. That's wonderful. Actually, Hammad, listening to you, I would like to flatter myself by thinking that, that's how I was, that's how I was as a kid. I could never sit in one place,
Yes.
my mother would run behind me and stuff. But then I could disappoint myself with the idea that I didn't reach to the potential that you are. But Alhamdulillah, this makes me happy that we have many kids like you who are, inshallah, going to go
Inshallah.
further and further,
Inshallah.
and you will inspire them further. The other thing I want to ask you, in your progress of 4 years, for many people, they might, dismiss you like you haven't seen the struggles of life, you don't know what you're talking about. But still, I feel like you must have left a major impact on a lot of people.
Yes.
So any major accomplishment that you personally feel like this is it, I've done enough, just with that those few accomplishments that you have?
There are lots of examples all around Pakistan, not only in Pakistan, in the world also. And the biggest is once, 1 year ago, so there is a media, a press of France, which is called AFP. So they wanted to make a documentary on me. They did a lot of investigation from my teachers. They went to the University of Spoken English. They saw the Super Kid program. They went to my father's shop. He's a businessman, right? He works at Seat. He's a merchant. So they went to my father's shop, and even they came to my house, and they checked my study room also. So we took a lot. They took a lot of shots, right, while I'm reading, and while I am playing with the kids, right, my nephews and my nieces, while I'm playing with them. So after 2 days, when they came to my study room, they saw some pictures on my wall.
Okay.
So the pictures was it was Allama Muhammad Iqbal, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Abdul Sattar Idi. So they looked at those pictures, and they saw me. What do you think about Batman and Superman? Who are they? I said they're the real heroes. Then he asked that, what do you think about Batman and Superman? I said they are the fake heroes. So when they published this thing, so it was published by the whole media, I can say all around the world. It was published in India, in Bangladesh, subcontinent, America, Europe. It was published in South Africa, all around the world. And this sentence was really this sentence really changed the lives of the kids. And the moms all around the world started giving the example. Look what Hammad Safi says. Batman and Superman are the fake heroes. Who are the real heroes? Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and lots of more examples in our society, in our history. So this thing really changed the people around on the world. And secondly, I get lots of calls from parents, and they say that firstly my children, they were really fan of cartoons and dramas and movies, all that, but when they have started looking and watching your videos and watching you, that how you are inspiring the society, so now they are interested in their education and they want to do something creative in his life, or they want to become like you. I've got lots of calls from different countries that I got a baby boy and we kept his name Hammad Safi. So this was an inspiring moment for me, and I started working more harder because I really wanted to change more lives of people.
Yeah, it's amazing. Truly, I get I can't believe I'm sitting with a person like you right now. You know,
Thank you.
I've seen that you've come on such amazing shows. You've come on the platform of PAD, where you have people like Shahid Afridi, Abdul Razak. You have such amazing people there, and I'm sitting right here. I'm so grateful that you gave me your time.
My pleasure.
One question though, you mentioned that your dad's a merchant now, but at the same time, I've learned that you actually came from a bit of humble beginnings.
Exactly.
It wasn't all glitter and glamour.
I belong to a really backward area, but still I have worked on myself in Super Kid program, and my teachers helped me to know what my inner capabilities are, and to know what can I become in my life. So I'm really thankful for my teachers that they helped me this much, and still they are with me and they are helping me at every stage of challenge in my life.
Who was the one that brought you to the Super Kids program? At the University of Spoken English?
Exactly.
It was your father who took you there?
Yes, it was my father. As I told you before, he wanted me to learn English and computer skills. But I saw the Super Kid program. I was really inspired and I took participation.
And nothing is impossible.
Yes, nothing is
Potential is
impossible.
unlimited.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing, Hammad. One second. Huh. The other thing, Hammad, like the kind of success you've gained in such a short age, in the span of nearly 4 years, I think. It's just been 4 years. What about your ego? How do you keep yourself humble? And what do you understand about ego?
See, there's lots of people, right, when they grow at this stage, so they started making themselves upright. I think I'm a big man. I think I have done something in my life, but I still I go and sit with laborers, right? Even when I came to Dubai, so firstly my wish was that I meet the labor people, not only from the laborers from Pakistan. I wanted to meet the overseas Pakistani, overseas Indians and overseas Bangladeshi. So I went to the labor colony, Al Quds, right here, and I saw a lot of my Pakistani brothers, my Indian brothers and my Bangladeshi brothers. I met them and I sat with them and I discussed their problems, and even I promised them that I will discuss your problems with the consulate of Pakistan and with the ambassador of Pakistan to the UAE, and I will try, because I'm your brother and I'm working for you, so I will try my level best to solve your problems. So I was really happy when I met them, and even it's my wish wherever I go. For a program, after the program I visit the houses of the fan. They invite me for dinner, or they invite me for coffee or black tea or green tea. I accept their requests. I go for them. Even I'm here at Dubai, whoever calls me that Sir Hammad Safi or Brother Hammad Safi, I want to meet you, I give him my address at my hotel and I tell them that you can visit every time to my hotel and I can meet you. And even when I meet them, I become really happy. I visit a lot of universities, a lot of seminars, I deliver them lectures. More than 2,000 people are there sitting. I give each and every one time. I do not make upset everyone. Yes.
No, I definitely think it's
happy.
about time that you start giving lectures globally, because as much as you've touched the people in Pakistan, believe you me, with the amount of following he has and back home and in the subcontinent, I imagine a lot of the Western audiences are, they're kept away from you. You're a hidden gem that's, they don't know about. I'm certain people in Pakistan definitely know you. Every third person I meet knows about Hammad Safi. And even people in India and Bangladesh are very much aware of you, because a lot of your lectures are in Urdu. But I really feel the Western world is hidden away from a gem like you. They don't know that much about you, because I suppose that you are more used to giving lectures in Urdu in Pakistan, and those videos haven't reached those audiences. Yes, I think there are closed captions for some, but I would love for you to start giving some English lectures as well, because the knowledge you have. What message do you have for the Western world?
My message to them is like, see, Allama Muhammad Iqbal is the one who is studied all around the world, right? In Western countries also, and in the Eastern countries also, in the people of subcontinent also studies him. So my message is for them is to study ideology of Allama Muhammad Iqbal in the depth.
Hammad, I woke up today feeling very anxious and very sad. I was not even sure I wanted to come and take an interview because I was feeling so, my confidence was completely in the drain. But I don't know, just seeing you and I've got a natural smile on my face. You have such natural charisma that it's just so infectious. So I'm really glad I did come here and meet you. Any parting messages for the people in the subcontinent? अब मैं चाहता हूँ आप उर्दू में बात करें हमारे अपने भाई बहनों के लिए, इंडिया में जो है, बांग्लादेश में, पाकिस्तान के लिए खुल के कुछ बात करें।
कि मैं उन सबको ये बताना चाहता हूँ पाकिस्तान के लोगों के लिए कि अपने अपने मुल्क के लिए काम कीजिए और अपने लिए अपनी ज़िंदगी का एक मकसद सेलेक्ट कीजिए। जो कि हमारे मुआशरे में हम देखें तो कुछ नौजवान ऐसे हैं जो कि अपनी ज़िंदगी में कुछ करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन सोसाइटी में कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें हैं और कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं उनकी फैमिली में जो कि उनको छोड़ते नहीं आगे बढ़ने में। इवन पर्सनली आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस के आई हैव सॉ लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स इन आवर सोसाइटी के हमारी सोसाइटी में कोई कुछ करना चाहता है, लेकिन जो बाकी के लोग होते हैं हमारे मुआशरे में वो उन्हें छोड़ते नहीं है, वो उनकी पैरों पे कुल्हाड़ी मारते हैं ताकि वो नीचे गिर जाए।
बिल्कुल, मैं एग्री करता हूँ इस बात पे। विन-विन सिचुएशन हमारे मुल्क में नहीं होती।
वो खुद आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते और लोगों को आगे बढ़ना नहीं देते। मैं उन सबको कहना चाहता हूँ, मुतहिद रहो अपने एक दिमाग से। ये जेलसी और ये पठान और सिंधी और बलूची ये कॉन्सेप्ट निकालो और एक ही रहो। हम सब एक पाकिस्तानी हैं और वी हैव टू मेक अ यूनाइटेड पाकिस्तान, राइट। और अपनी ज़िंदगी में एक टारगेट सेलेक्ट कीजिए, अपने वक्त को बिल्कुल ज़ाया ना कीजिए, क्योंकि वक्त एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो कि कंटिन्यूसली आगे बढ़ता जा रहा है, जो कि रुकता नहीं है। अगर आप रुक जाते हो तो ये वक्त आपसे आगे निकल जाता है, जिसकी वजह से पूरी बाकी की दुनिया आपसे आगे निकल जाती है। अपने टाइम को डिवाइड कीजिए छोटे छोटे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स में। आई बिलीव दैट देयर आर two types of goals in your life. One is long-term goals and second is short-term goals. You have to select a long-term goal for yourself in your life and you have to divide those long-term goals into short-term goals into objectives. जब आप उनको ऑब्जेक्टिव्स में डिवाइड करोगे तो आपकी जो वीकनेसेस है वो खुद ब खुद आपके सामने आएंगी। और जब आप इन सारी चीज़ों को नोटिफाई करोगे, इन मॉडिफिकेशंस को अपनी पर्सनैलिटी में ले आओगे और जब आप टेक ऑफ के लिए तैयार हो गए तो nature will bless you with a plethora of platforms, with a lots of platforms. And मैं कह रहा हूँ कि बहुत ज़्यादा प्लेटफॉर्म्स आप लोगों के लिए इंतज़ार पे खड़ी है। आप परफेक्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए इंतज़ार ना करें कि कोई मोमेंट आएगा आप लोग बदल जाओगे, कोई बंदा आएगा वो आपको बदल देगा। नो, आप अपने आप पे खुद काम करो, अपने लिए खुद एक अपॉर्चुनिटी बनाओ, अपने लिए खुद एक अपॉर्चुनिटी बनाओ जो कि जिससे आप और लोगों अपनी तकदीर भी बदले और अपने साथ और लोगों की तकदीर भी बदले। हमेशा कोशिश करें कि अपने आप को इग्नाइट करें और अपने आप को इग्नाइट करने के साथ साथ अपनी फैमिली के लोगों को, अपने मुआशरे के लोगों को, अपने शहर के लोगों को, अपने पूरे मुल्क के लोगों को इग्नाइट करने की कोशिश करें। जो आप सीखते हो वो आपके घर में अपने बच्चों को सिखाएं, आपके घर में वो अपनी फैमिली को सिखाएं, अपने मुआशरे के लोगों को सिखाएं। इससे प्यार मोहब्बत भी बढ़ता है। इससे जो है इल्म आपके पास जो इल्म है वो उसके पास जाता है, उसके पास जो इल्म है वो आपके पास आता है। आप हर एक चीज़ के बारे में अवेयर हो जाते हो। एंड पर्सनली जितने भी बैकवर्ड एरियाज़ हैं जिस जहाँ से लोग मुझे देख रहे हैं, मैं उन सबको ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि तालीम पे ज़्यादा फोकस करो, क्योंकि एजुकेशन इज़ समथिंग विच टीचेस यू व्हाट इज़ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन रॉन्ग एंड राइट। तो जब आपको पता चलेगा गलत और सही में फ़र्क क्या है, यू विल बी एबल टू मेक राइट डिसीजंस फॉर योरसेल्फ और यू विल बी एबल टू कि आप अपने लिए सही मकसद सेलेक्ट कर पाओ अपनी ज़िंदगी में। तो एजुकेशन पर ज़्यादा फोकस कीजिए, अपने इल्म पर ज़्यादा फोकस कीजिए। जिस भी फील्ड में आप हो उस फील्ड में अपना इंटरेस्ट पैदा करो, अपना शौक पैदा करो।
Sorry, I just can't stop laughing. You're just such an amazing person. I think you've given us more than enough for today. And I think everyone around me who's here and people who are watching will agree that I think we have another name from Wikipedia. I think that would be another excellent name for Hammad. Hammad, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you very much.
I hope we see you very soon again. Thank you. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe to his page. It's Hammad Safi you can just search him on Facebook and on YouTube, Hammad Safi, Hammad Safi. And I think you'll be enthralled by the further videos you see of his. Thank you very much.